Are you guys ready for some amazing breakfast ideas? Okay, I'd like you to join me here in my kitchen. We have Quincy as our support animal in the kitchen today. We also have Linus, and the others are scattered about sleeping. Listen, breakfast. Oh my God, I don't know what to do for breakfast. I usually skip breakfast. Who's got the time? Listen, I'm gonna give you 4 things that are super easy breakfasts. None of these are earth-shattering, complicated recipes. I'm not reinventing the wheel here, but what I am giving you is a very, very easy, simple, nutritious, and affordable breakfast. Let's get to it. The camera work is not gonna be the best because it's me, I'm pretty basic. I do have a fancy tripod, and by fancy, I mean I paid maybe $15 for it. But listen, let's get to the breakfast. Vans, protein waffles, so good, love them. There are a couple companies now that have frozen waffles that I think are pretty darn good. Vans, Kodiak Cakes, they make a plant-based one, and one with like whey protein, and then Kashi. What I like about the Vans is for two waffles, and yes, I definitely have 2, you get, where's it at? 10 grams of protein. Okay, that's pretty cool because you're getting 10 grams of protein. You have a decent amount of fiber in here, and you can put whatever the heck you want on them. I usually go with like a basic peanut butter, almond butter, whatever I have on hand. I'll put that on one. The other one, I'm kind of a jam jelly nerd. Right now I've got a fig and an orange marmalade. I will do that. I will do a banana as well on there. And then typically I will either make a green smoothie or have like a green juice with. That is a good filling breakfast for me. What I'm looking for in a breakfast is proteins, carbohydrate, fat. I know I've said this before and I will continue to say it. I base most of my meals around trying to represent those 3 macronutrients. So this in total takes me about 5 minutes to make. It takes me about 1 minute to eat. Seriously though, it does take me about 5 minutes to make, and that's what you need. You're on your way out the door, you're picking up kids, you're dropping off kids, you're going to work, you're doing whatever. We're all busy, I get it. Let's move on to the second one. So that's like when I'm craving something sweet, which is most of the time, but sometimes I do, want something savory. So I like these Dave's Killer Bagels. This is the everything bagel. But for 1 whole bagel, you get 13 grams of protein. Yay, I like that. Not a lot of fiber, it's like 5 grams of fiber. But these are made of like all whole grains, all good stuff. Toast that up. You can put whatever on it. So I do not eat any animal products, but if you do, that's fine, great, do you. I get these Just Egg from this company, and these are like little, I'll show you what they look like, I'll open them up. You can throw them in the oven. It's like 2 little egg patties. So I'll toast my bagel, I'll throw 2 of those on there, put some hot sauce or some salsa, maybe some avocado because I like to get some healthy fats in there. And I don't think these have, well, they actually do have a decent amount of fat, but I add even more fat, and that's okay. Listen, I'm a big fan of making food, but sometimes you just don't even have time for, as easy as those are, maybe sometimes you don't even have time for those. So I will resort every great once in a while. These are more like an afternoon snack for me, but a protein bar. I don't buy a lot of protein bars, but if I do buy a protein bar, I like the Clif Builders bars because there's 20 grams of protein in each bar, a decent amount of calories, 280 to, it's not a huge amount of calories at breakfast, which I like to aim more for like 400 to 500 calories at breakfast to get my day going strong. But this would suffice with maybe like a piece of fruit or something like that. So another bar that I like, if you've ever seen them out and about in the world, are called the No Cow bars. You can get those at pretty much any grocery store now. Did you have something to add, Barry? He's like way over here just like sneezing, coughing. What do you got going on? Did you want to get out of bed and come visit us, or you're good? Barry, what do you usually do for breakfast? He usually does the same thing every morning. He would eat anything though. That's the thing about wiener dogs. They'll literally eat anything. All right, that brings us to, my camera work is great as promised. All right, I'm gonna make you live on this video overnight oats, protein overnight oats. I'm gonna keep it real simple. Up here, I have a whole bunch of mason jars. In the mason jars, I keep kind of like things I use like every day or close to every day. I've got oats up here. I've got a bunch of dried fruit. I've got nuts. So this allows me to see what I have and I can just pick and choose what I want to use. So overnight oats, I'm gonna have these tomorrow morning because I have a busy morning with clients. So I'm not gonna have a lot of time to eat breakfast, but I'm not gonna skip breakfast because that's gonna catch up with you, right? All right, so here's what I do. Mason jar, cup-ish, about a cup of oats, about that. So then I like to add protein powder, but I don't always. Like I could make like a protein smoothie on the side, or if you ate eggs, some sort of an egg thing, whatever. Oats themselves don't have much protein in them, so I will add. This is chocolate protein. It doesn't matter. Find a protein powder that you like, okay? This is Vega. I'm not sponsored or affiliated with any companies at all. I have been using this brand for years. I like them, I trust them. I'm not gonna talk too much about that, but get some protein powder in there. I have a plant-based milk. I just happen to have this flax milk right now. It's unsweetened vanilla. It does have extra protein in it too. There's 8 grams, so that's great. So eyeball this. I would not go to, like, you don't need to go to the length of measuring every little thing out. Eyeball it. You can always add more. So, get about that much in there. I shake it all up at the end. So here are some bonuses that I'm gonna add today. I've got this powdered peanut butter. I'm gonna shake a little bit of that in there so you can get that peanut butter chocolate vibe going on. Sometimes I'll use a spoon, other times I'll just do this. Truthfully, most of the time I just do this. I'm gonna throw a couple of walnuts in there for those fats. Maybe about a tablespoon or so, tablespoon or 2. I'm gonna add blueberries. So I'll usually try to add some sort of a fruit in there and some sort of nuts. And then put your lid on and shake it up. So the liquid is gonna it's gonna take a little doing, but it's a great workout, right? You should sell these. I could sell these. I think these were made at one point, right? Shake weight? Was that the whole thing? No, that's not a real thing. That's not a real workout, by the way. So you can see it's pretty good in there. The oats are gonna soak up some of the liquid. So, like I said, you could always add more. So overnight in the refrigerator, open it up. Now I'm probably gonna add a banana. Probably gonna add one of these guys in there. And then, maybe a little bit of sweetness. You could do like some maple syrup or some honey or some diced, I keep a lot of dried fruit up here on the shelf here. So I am a big fan of doing like dried figs, dates, whatever. You can put whatever you want in there. Also, side note on this, if you do, I will just eat it straight out of the refrigerator because I don't care. If you want warm oats, certainly take this, pour it in a saucepan or put it in the microwave, heat it up for a minute or 2. That's great too. So I'll have that, and then I'll usually have some green juice with that, maybe another piece of fruit. So the whole idea with breakfast, right? Why is it the most important? We always heard it was like the most important meal of the day. And honestly, there's like a lot of truth to that because I feel like what you eat in the morning can kind of like dictate your cravings throughout the day. So if you find yourself at the end of the day sort of like binging out or overloading on food, like even like after dinner, think about, well, what was I restricting myself earlier in the day? Was I skipping breakfast? Why are you skipping breakfast? try to get yourself on a bit of a schedule where you're always eating 3 meals a day. Try to eat in the same sort of time windows. It's gonna help your digestion a lot. It's gonna help regulate your blood sugar, insulin, all these good things. Get yourself on a schedule, just like you would for like sleep schedule, for instance. That's another opportunity that people can maybe improve on a little bit. So really, I think that I personally crave sweet breakfast most of the time. But like I said, every once in a while, I think a good savory breakfast is the bagel sandwich. Really quick, really quick. So like I said earlier, I do not eat animal products. My husband is vegetarian, but he will do eggs and dairy cheese. These are new, actually, from Jimmy Dean's. I saw them a couple of months ago, plant-based sandwich patties. So even easier, or you can easily make your own by buying English muffins and a sausage patty of some sort, a little egg patty, cheese, whatever the heck. The breakfast doesn't have to be complicated. You certainly shouldn't have to be getting recipe books out to make breakfast. Take 1 or 2 of these ideas, try to keep on hand like 2 go-to breakfast ideas, 2 go-to lunch ideas, and 2 go-to dinner ideas. It's gonna make your life a lot easier. You're gonna stay fed, you're not gonna be hungry, you're not gonna overeat. That's about all I got for you today. If you have any ideas for, I haven't done like any sort of like kitchen videos in a long time, so if you have anything else you'd like to see, then I am totally up for that. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. We'll just say hi really quickly over here to Linus. Hey, buddy. Aw, he's a little camera shy. Okay, until then, eat your breakfast. Take care.